Hello everyone, you're watching UKSG Blue 2024. This event, we are raising money for Crisis. You can donate with the links below the stream.
Sorry, Cherry, carry on. I'm interrupting you.
We would also like to shout out BSHG for the continued support. My name is Cherry. I will be your host for the next few runs. And now it is time, hopefully, for Gravity Circuit with KillerChair, joined by Tiny Tim. Take it away.
Hello. Hi, everybody.
You can see me now. I was cut off there for a second.
Yeah. Anyway, hi, I'm KillerChair. I run this absolutely beautiful game called Gravity Circuit, and got Tim with me to fill in the blanks whenever I'm kind of focusing on stuff. And
yeah, I never shut up, so they'll be fine. Looking forward to this. This is a fantastic little game, so I hope everybody enjoys.
Yep. So, real quick, I play on normal, so not circuit mode. Circuit mode being you can use your health for additional boosts and such, but it's not very different from how you would otherwise run it, and I just find this way more comfortable to do this. Normal mode, and then I'm just gonna count down. We're gonna go through it, and you'll hear whatever we happen to say about the game. We good?
I think we're good.
All right, ready on tech for the time? All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck.
So, this is Gravity Circuit. It is very much Mega Man inspired, as you might imagine. And it's going to have all the familiar, wonderful things like running fast, beating things up. And we're going to collect some money here and there for power-ups. And you got a grappling hook.
We choose the order of our bosses, do we?
Yes.
Yes.
This
Mega Man stuff. Yep.
This is the intro stage, also a very Mega Man thing to do. And afterwards we're going to have 8 stages to select through, to go through, to collect things from. We're only going to collect a couple of times, a couple of power-ups. And other than that, we're just going to be cruising, beating up bosses. It's going to be very flashy and fancy. It's kind of got like a weird combo system to it, which you'll see after this stage. Because for this boss, we're going to do very fun little wiggles coming up soon.
I've already got to say, you've already got much further than I would ever get. I wouldn't even get out the intro stage on the Mega Man games.
Nope. Collect the health power up there. So the idea with the grapples is to kind of grapple as low as possible for more momentum on swinging. And here's the first boss, and we're just gonna spin around and reset our attack. This boss has no iframes, and we're gonna see how I do on this.
Yeah. Oh, lovely.
Very
nice. Good. Very, very nice. I just love the style of this, the graphic style of this. It's just so, I mean, it wears its influence on its sleeve a bit,
Absolutely.
But there's nothing wrong with that at all. It's fantastic.
And it's so stylish. I love that main character named Kai, aka the Gravity Circuit. He's got this scarf that is made out of like the same colored pixels, and it kind of like swerves around as you run around. It's really cool.
Also banging music.
Yes, shoutouts to my boy Dominic, who made the soundtrack for this game. Absolute legend of a guy.
Yeah, I was just about to bring that up myself. I absolutely love the soundtrack so far.
Yeah, this being one of my favorites. Most of the tracks are my favorites, but this one specifically goes quite ham. So we're in the steelworks now. Gimmicks is a lava and exploding barrels and breakable barrels and platforms as such. That's a little demonstration of the lava, I suppose.
In this case, the wonky lava does worky.
Yeah.
Reference to Argic.
So we're going to just be cruising through the stage, beating up enemies that get in the way, collecting some money. There's a certain amount of money that I need for a couple of power-ups that we're going to be picking up later. So I kind of have to make sure that I get enough. I did do for marathons pick up additional just to make sure that I can most likely get enough money by the end of the stage.
This sequence there is very heavily inspired as well.
Yep, for sure.
I think you're going to see a lot of that, but I'm loving the colours. I'm loving the heat effects.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're seeing the heat effects in the background there, folks. It's this is a treat, a real visual treat. It's very much my sort of style of graphics as well, actually.
You got this guy getting away, and here you see a couple of guys that we're gonna rescue. Mostly getting a couple that are just, you know, close enough by to grab without too much effort. We're gonna need to rescue them for, hold on, that's what I want. For power-ups, because you can't buy power-ups if you don't rescue enough guys along the way. And speaking of power-ups, we're gonna grab, because I like to do marathon save strats in general, we're gonna get some extra health power-ups. More than you would if you were to go for like a world record, for instance, but I like my safety strats.
Yeah. Playing safe is good in this sort of game. This sort of game is tough even when you're playing safe, so...
For sure. But yeah, you're seeing all sorts of movement things like, oh, there we go. Like jumps into attacks that kind of extend your air time. You can also do like a dive kick, which kind of works as a pseudo double jump, if you will. Go. Rescue another guy along the way. You can pick up health pickups with your grapple hook as well, which is very nice. Nope.
Oh, yeah, testing the lava again.
Yep. It's worth noting that due to my own controller not working, I'm borrowing somebody else's.
Yep. But you'll still be fine, I'm absolutely sure.
Yeah. I'm just gonna not heal at the save point, because this boss is generally fine enough. There's a thing that I'm gonna be explaining probably after the fight, because... Oh, no, alright. There's a thing where if you attack enemies or attack bosses too quick in a row, that they kind of go into a iframe state, and if you stagger your attacks a little bit, you can kind of get around it and deal a little bit more damage to them. Okay. And that's how the comboing works. Kind of have to be a little careful if I can.
Oh!
Right. Yeah.
Stood on. Oh dear.
Probably should have taken the heal, but...
Oh, don't worry about it. We will carry on.
Yeah. Later on, you'll see much more fancy combos going through with another ability that we're going to pick up after this stage.
Boss is a bit of a beast, though. It seems to be quite...
Yeah.
Now, is this boss, just to ask, is this boss harder because you obviously don't have as many power-ups, as many weapons?
Yeah, I mean...
In true Mega Man fashion. Yeah.
With another pickup that we're going to be picking up after this stage, we're going to be able to do full health bar combos, if I can manage to do that right. And those look really cool. Hello. Okay, 1 health left.
Nice.
With a little flip kick. Alright, and that's one of the main 8 bosses down. 7 more to go. So, and one of the power-ups I'm going to be picking up is an uppercut, which is going to be like the damage extender that we're going to be using. And the other one is kind of a multi-purpose thing. What's it called again? Forgot the name for a moment, but essentially it makes you a lot faster. It gives you a double jump. It does make you take double damage while in that state, but you just get so much out of it. You'll be seeing it the moment we go into the next stage. So here's uppercut, there's function overload, that's what it's called. And over here we're going to get catch block, which is essentially knockback resistance, among things. Alright. Also with that menu popping up, if you press the confirm button again, menu pops up just a little bit quicker. So now I'm gonna do a thing if I can. Let's see, there we go. If you activate that ability while sliding, it kind of circumvents the little pause moment that you get to see generally when activating the ability. Like that.
Yeah, so you're overriding the animation for it.
Yeah.
It's starting up, yeah.
Oh. There we go. Here you can see at the save points you can... there you go, that's how it normally looks. Another thing that Function Overload does is those barrels that you normally have to hit with a couple attacks, they just break in one punch instead. Nope, I was meaning to get that going. So it's very funny that while the demo was out back then, the 2 stages you are seeing right now in the previous one were the 2 stages from the demo. And it's just very funny that for the speedrun, it just so happens that those 2 are 2 stages where you want to go first for the power-ups you get out of them.
I'm assuming in true, again, Mega Man fashion, I'm saying that a lot, that there is a specific order that you do in terms of getting your power-ups, and
yes.
it makes it, there is a predefined order that's quickest, basically.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that has mostly to do with the power-ups that you get out of these 2 stages.
Right.
So we're gonna go through here to get another important power-up, extra maximum energy, which allows us to do more combos and more function overload charges. The little tricky one. Take it a little bit careful. You can bounce off the block below the shocking ones if you're confident with doing that. You see a barrel, punch it in one go, and off to the boss. And let's see if we can get the proper combos going.
Hello, boss. There we go.
Yeah, nope, that was the wrong attack. No, one more hit.
It's very Street Fighter.
Oh yeah, there's like fighting game influences in there as well. There we go, that's a full health bar.
Right. I was just about to say that the bosses seem to be a little tankier than they are in the Mega Man games.
So the cool thing is, the way we line it up, we kind of bypass the moments where you normally would get iframes from the boss if you do the combo right. Because certain damage values on attacks kind of get, when you get to that damage value, they get iframes. And the uppercut you can interrupt right before getting to that point. And then you can extend it further with the other attacks that do not cause iframes. Nice. So now we're going to get 2 more power-ups. One allows us to get additional energy, which makes more things happen more often. And the other one being kind of a shotgun blast, essentially. Current arc.
Do you get a lot of health upgrades in this run? Or is it one of the things you tend to not go for quite as much?
I personally get all of them,
right.
And that's because
it's safety.
Yeah, like it's just marathon safe, and it's comfier.
Yeah.
Doesn't waste too much time generally. This stage is quite a difficult one, and you'll see a lot happening. There's just a lot of jumping around between things that you kind of have to sort of memorize where things are off screen. Because we're going to be riding a bunch of cars down a highway. And this is probably my favorite song in the game. Good job on this one, Dominic.
Well, again, shout outs. The soundtrack is awesome. I mean, what's a Mega Man game without good music? And this is top stuff.
Yeah.
So, as an appreciation of music in video games, I like it.
Oh wait, I forgot a thing. Very important thing.
You okay?
Yeah. Like, something I was supposed to do up here.
All right. Yep.
That's a very important one. Extra energy. I'm like, I don't recognize this bottom part. That's because I usually jump over.
Good. No, it's just the speed of the movement here.
Yeah. A little low on health.
No.
Ah, right. That's fine. I got a big PB the other week, so I can't have all runs be perfect.
No worries, no worries. We're here to have fun and raise some money for charity.
Absolutely.
That's what we're here for. So, on that note, have you got anything you want to say, Cherry?
Sure, we do have a $50 donation from Rusix. Happy to see some UKSG going strong. Still one of my favorite speedrun events to catch on Twitch. We also have a $25 donation from Lewusi. Love that name, by the way. Couldn't make it in person due to the rain, so sending my donation in to cheer you all on for a good cause. And finally, we have $5 from Delinquent Ghost. Not so friendly neighborhood Delinquent Ghost here to say, show him what you got, Chair. Kick some butt.
Thank you, friend.
Ooh, robot versus helicopter, that's impressive.
Yeah, that's what we get the shotgun blast for. There's 2 of that boss fight here. And just by jumping directly into the boss and unleashing 3 volleys, we can just kind of kill it without it doing much.
Little markers there, again.
Yep.
A very common Mega Man mechanic.
Yep. There's so many little subtle nods to the games.
Yep.
Also certain not so subtle nods, but
Yeah, no, it's absolutely awesome.
Yeah.
And what I love about it is it's not just Mega Man, is it? As you said, there's fighting game elements. There's obviously various other elements involved as well. It's really good.
So there's a way to like extend your momentum from that platform all the way to the end here, but that's just really difficult to do. Yep. Good thing I waited there for a second. Alright, next boss. Now, getting the full combo here is hard because he can fall into the guard or the little edges on the side. No, also he likes to dodge. I'll just do that. There we go.
Oop.
Good enough. And I just love these, like, midway through the fight moves. They're all super flashy. Man really is fast.
Just to point out, when they're getting hit, when the boss is getting hit, or when you're getting hit, the portrait reacts in the top corners.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
There we go. Another boss down.
Very nice. Well done. I love that final explosion as well.
Yeah.
It's quite impressive.
That is especially very Mega Man Zero. Which tune in later today, because I'm going to be running a Mega Man Zero game.
Yeah, later on this evening we'll have KillerChair coming back to do a fantastic Mega Man run again. So
it's a little rusty, but we're going to make it work.
To that. That'll be really, really good.
So we're not going to buy power-ups until we beat all of these 8 stages. Afterwards, I'm going to buy a few extra power-ups. There's just going to be a lot of back-to-back action stages. This one being very heavy on the button mashing on the jumping front, because there's just a lot of wall jumping. Picking up all that money along the way, mostly for having enough to buy those later power-ups and to have plenty for saving, or for the healing at the save points. No.
Even almost Street Fighter-esque music here as well.
Yeah. There we go. Nope, that was the wrong power. Starting the elevator up here, why not?
Very, very good stuff. Speed of the movement.
Yeah, the movement in this
accuracy.
game is
wow.
so much fun. Like, the better you get at it, the more it becomes fun to just see what kind of craziness you can pull off.
Yeah. I imagine getting the sort of combo chains together with the jumps and stuff is really, really satisfying.
On the note of combos, there's also a lot of people who love to share their own combos they build on bosses on like social media and such.
Nice.
Just being like, hey, look at me, I found a really cool combo that I want to show you all. And there's so many power-ups that in the speedrun you don't use. But in casual play, perfectly fine, serviceable, very fun to use. There's one that I really like that we're not going to be seeing in this run. That is basically just a giant laser beam you shoot forward. There's so many cool things in here.
Yeah, I was going to comment on the customization in the shop between levels there. The amount of abilities and stuff that you've got available is quite impressive. And I'm loving seeing when you use the special ability. You've probably seen it. It appears in the top left-hand corner, so you see the function overload quite a bit. Yeah. 'Cause that's the one you tend to be using. There it goes.
Taking a little bit more damage than I want to here, so I'm gonna have to be a little careful, hopefully. Especially this guy here. Yeah. A little unfortunate, but I took a few too many hits on the way up there.
Checkpoint system doesn't seem to be too bad, though.
No, it's actually a pretty forgiving game in terms of checkpoints and all that. There's no like classic arcadey live system or anything of the sort. There's just falling into spikes even just deals damage and puts you back on the last safe solid ground.
Yeah, that's a big quality of life improvement, I would say.
And for the speedrun, it's like all that happens is you kind of get put back a little bit. In this case, it's not too bad.
Hey, boss time.
Yep. This one has those little bouncy pads around. The music-inspired one. The crowd is very much...
Oh yeah, the crowd is into it.
Yep. Oh, damn. Did not get that timing right. But they're not too happy when you hit her halfway across the health. The crowd starts booing.
Also, the boss's moves appear underneath their name as well, at the top right there. Oh, that was nice. Yep. That was very quick. Yeah, they didn't like that.
This crowd has got my back, though.
Yeah.
That crowd just leaves when I win. They're done. Also, the KO in the background.
Yep.
The detail in the graphics everywhere is fantastic.
And I imagine it's one of these ones that obviously you've played this game quite a lot, to say the least. But I imagine there's little bits of the sort of backgrounds and little things that you look at it and you think, oh, I don't think I've seen that before.
Oh, possibly.
All the little details, all these little things.
I've mostly been focused on speedrunning, so I haven't really paid attention to the finer detail in the background too much. But I'm sure if you look long enough, you'll see all sorts of very fun things. So this is the junkyard area. It's got a lot of things like falling debris and things. It's got these crushers.
Yep, nice. Now,
anything you would expect to find in a video game robot junkyard.
I do have perhaps a silly question.
Yes.
Do the infamous blocks appear at any point in this game?
Not really, no.
They don't? Oh, wow. I was thinking about
that. Maybe that would have been...
Okay.
Maybe that would have been too on the nose.
Yeah, maybe.
But there is... I do want to give a Mega Man fan game a little bit of a shout-out, because that's been a very fun one that I played a while ago called Mega Man Unlimited. And there is a secret level in that stage called Yoku Man, which has the Yoku blocks, and the most triggering soundtrack of that stage is the fact that they put the Yoku blocks in the actual song, the noise of it. So while the blocks appear, you're also hearing the blocks appear from that noise.
Oh, lovely.
So we're gonna have another mid-boss here, quite a different one from the other ones. I'm gonna do a little down kick strat if I can manage that. No.
What a chunky looking boss.
Yeah, there we go. No,
nice.
There we go, that works. Doing it that way allows me to have like a charge to get over here slightly faster. Alternatively, you can use the function overload to double jump up to him, but then you don't have a function overload to get away from the fight afterwards. So it's just one of those small optimizations you can do.
So would you say then in the speedrun the function overload is your key main ability? It's the one you use all the time, yeah.
This is one that really makes the speedrun go. Alright, another boss fight. This one can be annoying after the midway mark, because they do also summon a little minion, and the minion can just get in the way. There we go, that's a full combo.
Is there any way to push them past their sort of middle move? No.
No.
It will always happen.
Yeah.
You can't sort of
Yeah,
cheese it
that's-
and get them past it. Yeah. Oh, there's the minions.
Yeah, alright, got that a little wrong. It's fine. There we go.
Oh, nice.
So as with any Mega Man style game, there will eventually be a refight moment. However, the refight starts at the midway mark.
Oh, okay.
So they start with those desperation moves and then into the second half of it. There's a little extra thing to it. You'll see that later.
Yeah, that's nice.
There
fine,
is a way, though, for the refights to interrupt them doing the desperation move with a specific power-up. However, it is so precise and different for almost every boss that I don't quite use that just yet.
Understandable.
It's very difficult.
Yep.
I'll eventually learn that, I'm sure. So this stage is one that used to give me a lot of stress because there's a lot of open pits and spikes and all sorts of things going on in it. But it's gotten better over time. No, due to the function overload, we can break those ice blocks in one hit. One thing that I haven't explained yet, the catch block, the one that reduces your, or gets rid of the knockback, also makes it so that you can't be affected by slowing effects such as being frozen by ice or other such effects. So in the previous stage, the junkyard stage, you had like the goop that fell from the air and that could slow you down as well. But we have the passive to negate that. Oh. So this is one of those areas where you kind of gotta jump right. There's so many places you can make mistakes on. Got through there very cleanly.
Very nice.
You got these drafts as well. Gonna push you in the
downdraft,
direction.
yeah.
Yep. We're gonna pick up the last extra health power up. Right over here.
Nice. There we go. Maximum health.
Yep. There we go. This is another one of those spots. So many easy ways to screw up. Gonna break that spike because that gets in the way.
Something that's coming to mind here is how much faster this is actually than,
Yeah.
than some of the Mega Mans. Certainly the 8-bit ones, which are the ones I'm more familiar with.
Yeah.
They're a lot slower paced than this. This is rapid.
It is, of course, the function overload that really like doubles the speed of how fast it all goes. With the double jumps and extra movement speed. That's also a funny thing with the health pickups. Your attacks can also pick them up, so you can extend your hitbox to pick up the health power-ups by punching it. Certain spots I grab health through a wall.
And the grappling hook as well.
No? Grappling hook kind of ends where it visually
Oh,
goes.
right, okay, so you can't use that through a wall, but you can still pick stuff up with the grappling
Yes,
hook.
yes.
Yeah, understand.
So this is my least favorite boss, or one of the two. Because he likes to fly, and we don't like it when he flies.
Flying's bad.
Ah, not quite. All good. Almost had a full combo. It's very hard to get a full combo on him due to the flying. It's also hard to pick up all of the extra energy when they float too high up. Come on, get down. We really don't want to see him do that, so I'll just take him down. Nah, too bad. Get down here. Okay, one more. Almost hit him with his own spike.
Lovely.
Yeah. So this boss and one other, the last of the 8 that we're going to be fighting, so after the next stage, are very difficult because they can just go out of your way so often, fall off the platforms, and then they need to go back onto the platform, and that takes more time. nightmares of bosses to fight. The next one shouldn't be too hard though, generally.
Cool. We have time for some chat from the host?
Yeah. The next stage is pretty straightforward. So
yeah, go for it, Cherry.
we got time.
All right, well, I do have some other donations here, but I'm going to skip all those for a second because we have a $500 donation from Skenme.
Oh, wow!
Simply says, Pollister made me do this. And we also have a $45 donation from Pollister going towards Howlin' Mad Mike for Who Picks the Music.
Oh, does that mean that Mike is now in the lead? Is he beating me, is he?
Yeah, and also Skenme's $500 donation, half going to Tim, half going to Mike.
Oh, wow! So who's in the lead, Skenme? Skenme. Cherry, sorry.
I can tell you now, it is Tim. Actually, no, it's not. What?
Oh,
Wait a minute. Oh, I have to reload this page. Oh. Howlin' Mad Mike is in the lead with $320.
Good stuff.
You are currently behind at $290.
That's fine. All more money for charity. Please keep that coming
So
in,
if
folks.
you would like to see Tim, who you see in that commentator chair there, pick the music, then please get your donations in.
Right. How are we getting on, Chair?
doing good. It's a stage of mostly running forward, breaking blocks. You got like the crumble blocks that you can also just punch apart. Some spikes, pits, conveyors. That's basically the stage in a nutshell. This really is generally the one that if I run a marathon with this game, I'm like, it's time for hosts to read out whatever they want. So yeah, if you have more you want to mention, maybe about the charity or anything, then you got a little bit more time.
Okay, well, I will read out the extra donations I skipped. So we do have $100 as well from Dino. Greetings from Greece. Sad I couldn't make the trip this time, but good luck to everyone, and I look forward to seeing you all again soon. And we finally have $60 from Summer. Speedy Adventures represent. Best of luck to the Woofs with Indiana Jones, Fate of Atlantis, and Dark Shocks with Commander Keen, and to everyone else with their runs. Keep up the good work for charity.
All right. Now let's fight another boss.
Boss time. Okay, who we got?
The big burly one. There we go. Full health bar. Very good. And because it's got a drill, it likes to be like, hey, look at all these blocks I can make.
He thinks we're playing Tetris.
Yeah?
Yep.
Ah, he ran into the block. Quite literally, the block extends his iframes.
Very good. Massive OTT explosion at the end.
Yep.
Very nice.
We just look at the explosion point blank. All good. So one more of the 8 main stages, and then we're on to the final 3 finishing stages, as it were.
Oh, only 3?
3, but they're lengthy ones.
Good. Good. Any changes to be made in power-ups then at this point then? Have you got everything you need?
After the next stage, I'll pick up a few things where I will probably mention at that point which ones I'm picking up. Because there's a few interesting ones that I do that other people don't tend to do.
Cool.
Because the actual fast strat on the final boss is just very tight, and I've not been able to do that consistently, so I don't want to do that on a marathon. So I've kind of devised my own little strategy to make it a very comfortable fight.
Yeah, no, that definitely strikes me with this game, is that you can. It's very customizable.
Yeah.
You can do it, go about it many different ways, and I imagine different speedruns of this are different routes, different abilities, etc., etc.
Yeah. So who likes Super Mario Maker switches? Because that's basically what this stage has got going on. No, that's not the power-up I need. There we go. And teleporters. Proximity blocks. gonna pick up this guy specifically because we're gonna chuck him at a switch so we don't have to go over there. You can grapple onto enemies and throw them, which is also very cool. And we will be using that on the final boss, actually. So, this segment is interesting. We're going to be going through this one pretty normally. But by the time we come to the switches we need to hit, I'm going to do a little menu thing where I reset to the last checkpoint, because somehow breaking those switches gets remembered for this segment. So instead of going to the teleporter to get back, we just exit out, go, and immediately hop into the next one. No. No.
Wow.
Side.
Oh.
Yeah. It's a lot to remember.
Yeah, too right. That's very nice teleporting action there.
Mm-hmm. Alright, this part is like, hey, look at all these switches. Beautiful. Nope.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, you do have these annoying... And the boss of the stage likes to come and taunt you when you make mistakes.
Okay, fair enough.
One of the reasons why we do not like him.
Yeah, no. I don't think that's without precedent, though, is it? I think this boss has done that in the past. Wow.
Yep, and don't be confused, we're going to be upside down for a little bit. And yes, the up and down buttons are essentially reversed, so you have to actually mentally just grapple like that. And then we're moving on in the last little direction. Yeah. Last corridor for the boss here.
And that's one of the main levels.
Yes, that's all the main ones. That's a very tricky jump there. Gonna hit that.
I can see why that one was left for last.
Yeah, yeah. This is a visually impressive stage.
Yeah.
Also, those who only ever played the tutorial of this game, you'll recognize the tile set here, because this is where they use that tile set. And now, actually the most annoying boss in the game, because he likes to teleport around and not always be vulnerable when you want him to. Oh, okay, that's good. Can I? No. No, alright. Pressed the wrong direction a few times. Again, controller that I'm not used to, so...
Oh, you're doing amazing. Considering
Yeah.
that, you're doing fantastic, so... Ooh,
Yep, this is a lot.
that's a nice attack.
Where are you going, buddy? Down here? Nope, right to this side. Nope. There we go, that works. One more little combo of 3 will do. There we go.
Nice. That's cool.
Yep. So ideally, when he like tumbles almost off the screen, you kind of use the big punch attack to bounce him back onto the screen. It's quite tough to do to adjust like that. But now we're gonna pick up some power-ups. One of them is like just a dash move. It doesn't really, it's not really used for attacking all that much. It's just for going fast in a direction. You'll be seeing me use it a couple of times to skip a few things. One of them is a healing ability, which I only pick up just for the sake of marathon safety. And one of them is an ability that I use for the final boss specifically. So we're gonna get Gravity Dash, we're gonna get Clone Array, and we're gonna get Emergency Heal. Clone Array essentially doubles up on your normal attacks. Which it's a weird one, but it makes the health bars go down real fast, which makes me happy.
Yeah.
So now the harder stages of the game, the final 3 stages are gonna happen. They are very, very impressive if things go well, especially the second one. This one is a bit of navigating these platforms, grappling, maintaining momentum from that if you can. Shout out to the people who are very high on the leaderboards with a strategy that makes you zoom all the way to the end, extending that platform. The little slide thing, because that's just crazy stuff.
Little mid-boss here, or just a
gate.
Just a gate.
Just to be like, hey, this is a climactic situation.
Good.
Heading into the big things now.
Yeah.
So these stages also kind of combine all the mechanics that you've seen throughout the game with the laser beams, the electric floors, and a variety of other little things throughout. Little tricky little hook shot there. There we go.
Speed of movement is so great.
I'm gonna have to set up my second loadout now with the gravity dashes. I forgot to do that a moment ago.
Is that your boss toolkit then, is it?
That's for segment after this room and the segment in the next stage that I'm gonna try something very tricky on. I'm switching to that now. This is an annoying thing to navigate through, so we just use this. Well, if I can aim it in the right directions, that would be nice. Let me just... There we go. If you do it perfectly, you just go up there in the 3 charges and you're good. So the downward winds here. And interesting to note is that the wind here can actually kind of cancel some of your active abilities for movement, so you got to be very careful on when you grapple onto things.
Good save there.
Yep.
Wow.
And so here is our rival character / ally. He wants to test us or something. Follow the story along if you play it casually. It's actually quite good. That's 1 health bar. It's gonna power up just like we do. There we go, that's 2 health bar. But look, he's got 1 health peg left. What's going on? He's got a 3rd phase! We just get hit by the first one, otherwise he keeps going with a combo. Boom, and that's the 3rd phase.
Very nice.
And we have 2 more stages to go.
Fantastic.
The next one is actually the hardest stage in the game. It's not even close. There's a ton of things going on at all times, and there's a very hard skip that I'm going to attempt.
Oh, okay. Good luck for that.
It is very, very
challenge,
precise.
Yeah,
but,
let's go for it.
if I can do that in a marathon, I'll be very happy.
All right, go for it.
The last time I ran it on a marathon, could not quite get it, but we'll see about this time. And this also has one of the best soundtrack, one of the best songs in the game. It is very good. I hope people have been jamming out in Twitch chat and all that.
Yeah, the music has been superb.
Yep. Again, Dominic, what a great composer for music. Does a great job.
I don't know about anyone else, but I'm jamming out.
Hell yeah. Gotta be a little careful here if I can. Nope. That's actually a very annoying little jump there that you have to kind of get past. You can also do this, which is probably the safest way to go about it. So this is where I will be doing the skip if I can. Over here. Oh, yes, there we go.
Oh, nice! Well done! Wow!
That skips like 3 whole rooms essentially, so it saves about, I don't know, half a minute. It's
that's
very,
skip, yeah.
very, very cool.
Wow. I was going to say, every time I see you or anybody else playing sort of this style of game, it makes me feel incredibly inadequate because I'm absolutely terrible at this sort of game, and yet you make it look so easy.
Don't worry, Tim, I'm right with you.
That was a save there.
This is incredible.
It is, isn't it? It's just absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, I've basically been playing Mega Man games my entire life, so having a game that is so close to what I like about Mega Man games is just just wonderful. I love that there are developers out there who still very much keep the kind of
Yeah.
style of it all alive.
Very, very much so. And I would definitely think that this is one of the better,
Yeah,
one of
absolutely.
the better sort of tributes. Very, very impressive indeed.
Yep,
Oh,
that one's calculated.
that's so good.
It looks very risky. It's not too bad, that one. This segment is surprisingly annoying, though, with the tiny amount of space you got to stand on. Just break the entire terrain to get to the end of the stage here. And now we're in the refights, because after the hardest fight in the stage, in the game, they're like, let's do refights now. And they're interesting, because you have to beat this thing, and then half of the boss, and then this thing again. It kind of goes back and forth. And we use the shotgun there, hit him with one punch after that. Missed a few attacks, that is a problem. Because you have to kind of manage your energy so that you can beat the bosses relatively easily. So if you do like the pile driver move here, you can skip these little things, but that's very hard to line up. I'm just taking this, get that guy for some extra damage, for some extra energy as well. We're on 3 pegs now, which is good. You can see the energy in the top left. Nope, that's too early. Alright.
That fade effect is something.
Yeah. You can kind of also see that everything is a little bit jittery in this area. It's a little off. Which is because they're all like replicas.
I was
going to
say, I thought they looked kind of ghost-like, but yeah. They're obviously, because you blew up the original ones.
Yeah. So this might be a little rough on the eyes for some people. Probably should have given a warning a little bit earlier for that, but these flashes are going to continue a little bit longer.
Yeah, as you mentioned earlier on, they're all starting with the sort of middle phase, don't they? They start with like their mid move, and then they go into their second phase. Yeah, so you're only fighting sort of half a boss this time.
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah. They're still nasty.
Yeah, half a boss and then like the crystal thing.
Yeah.
They give you a little health after everyone as well. And I do love this way of doing refights as well, where it's just enough to be a refight, but not enough to be like the whole thing that you have to.
Yeah.
No,
yeah, I agree entirely. Actually, I mean, refights are obviously a very sort of iconic part of the sort of series, but there are ways of making them a bit more palatable, and I agree with you. I think this is a good method.
Absolutely. Okay, this guy again. You love to hate him.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Straight into his, yeah.
Yeah, where you going here?
Is the order of the bosses random then, for the refights?
Yes.
It is. Good. I was just wondering.
Yep.
Yep.
Different every time.
Cool.
Just a couple more left to go. And I love that shotgun blast, that it works so well on that boss. It's very nice. No, wrong attack. Sometimes I hold up just a little bit too much on the D-pad, then it goes into the wrong attack for what I want. There we go.
Oh, that's such a move.
So, I love that move. It's so pretty. Oh, there we go. There you go.
Oh, it fell off. Yeah. Oh, there he goes.
One more left to go. Gotta be working with the blocks again.
Yep.
Where are we going? Over here.
Tetris time.
Blow up these blocks a little bit.
See what you mean about the
There we go.
combos now. You're really
Yeah.
getting into full fling with the combos now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very impressive.
All right. Kaboom.
Nice.
Time
Very,
for two
very
quick
good.
donations.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, well, so I would like to tell you first, Tim, that you are now in the lead with, I can tell you, $340 compared to $320. And
close.
from earlier, thanks to Skenme and Pollister's donation, we have now crossed $1,000 raised for Crisis.
That is
Absolutely
amazing.
incredible.
Thank you so much, folks. Please keep your donations coming in. It goes towards an amazing cause, and it really is. It's the reason we're here. We're here to have fun. We're here to go fast, but we're also here to raise money for charity, so thank you so much.
Yes. So now, final stage. Longest stage in the game as well, but should be fine. A lot of mechanics are gonna kind of be for every little segment of it. You can kind of make the choice of going either left or right, and every segment of it. We're gonna keep hugging left. Not because most of them are any problem at all. It's just because in one of the corridors on the right is really hard, and just mentally remembering go left constantly is kind of all you need to remember, really. Nope. So you got these lasers that kind of, they have to be active, and if they detect you, then they're gonna close the walls. You have to go back there to switch again. So if you can do it fast enough, you can kind of not care too much, but it is still a thing to look out for. There we go. Grab this through the ceiling
Nice.
here, just in case. Be good.
Oh, just chill into that music.
Yeah, the music. I can't stop talking
No,
about it.
I
This is
don't.
great. It's
I-
great.
I'm sure people are getting fed up of me mentioning the music, but
No,
hey, I
no.
love it. It's great.
To those people, use your ears. It's great.
It is a flex watching you guys just jam out while you're playing.
How can you not? No. Go. There we go.
Oh, nice.
2 more of these corridors, and then it's on to the final battle.
Okay. Is it multi-stage boss, final boss, or is it just one phase?
Yeah, it's multi-stage.
Yep.
So this is the explosives corridor. A lot of the places I just tanked through because I picked up all that health anyway.
Yeah. Those walls were wriggling there.
Yep,
It's interesting.
there we go. Next corridor is the hardest one. There's just a lot of unsafe ground, so like taking a hit that is too much can put you back quite a bit. Because you're gonna have a lot of these blocks.
Just sitting here mesmerized. It's just fantastic.
Here.
And what I actually love is that music's actually quite chill.
This is like a small little
Yes.
safe spot.
Sorry.
Gotta remember not to run forward too fast, because they respawn at the exact annoying time.
Such a chill track for a final level. It's
Oh
brilliant.
yeah. Alright. Got through there
Yeah.
without too much issue. Now we're heading towards the final boss. There's there's like a first boss with 2 phases, and then the final boss itself has 3 phases.
Right.
So there's essentially 5 fights back to back.
Yep.
Let's charge this so we can have a little bit of speed while climactically in silence running up to the boss. Take a brief moment to adapt here to put Clone Ray on both these spots because don't want to accidentally hit the wrong ability. So, you know, just for in case I hit the wrong ability, I get the right one anyway. So this guy, we're gonna fight him like most bosses for the first phase. That's combo 1. Now it's gonna get a barrier for which the Clone Ray deals very well with it. That barrier also, when you break it, gives us additional power.
Needs to go straight into the air.
There we go.
Oh, nice.
And now final boss, 3 phases. So I see Tech is moving around. I want to make sure that Tech does know that time will be at the final hit of the boss fight.
Time is coming up.
Yep. Missing a few attacks there.
Yep, I think they're ready.
Okay, good.
Yep.
So the strategy with the that I have is that I kind of go in and out of the boss with the Clone Array. Find your safe moments, jump in, bash him. In phase 2, he gets his barrier that you need to break first, which again, Clone Array is quite good for. It is not the fastest strat, but it definitely works.
I think I've seen this boss somewhere before, but I'm not quite sure where.
Yeah, it is that kind of a thing. All right, final phase. He's gonna summon his little friends. We're gonna actually use them to chuck him at the boss, which breaks the barrier, pick up the new one, do this, punch him a bunch more, break, kind of back and forth. Should be one more. And time.
Nice! Well done.
Nicely underestimate. Very good. It does help that like I said recently, I had a PB of 2 minutes. This doesn't beat it. Don't worry about that. But I've been feeling very in shape on this game, and I'd love to run it much more for various marathons in the future. We're gonna take a moment at the IGT because the leaderboard does time by IGT. I'm just curious to kind of where this run places.
Well, can I just say, absolutely amazing job, Chair. Thank you so much for
For
coming over and demonstrating this amazing game. So.
Yeah,
thank you.
I've had a great time. Again, this game is so good. The community of it is also very good. I don't engage with them directly all that much, but thanks for all of the runs I'm using for reference to learn and do this thing. It is a pretty accessible game with all the extra power-ups and such, as you saw. It's just great. And thanks to UKSG for having me. This is the first time on site. I did play for UKSG in an online marathon once, but really happy to be here, and I'm going to be here later tonight as well with Mega Man 04, so stay tuned for that.
Thank you very much.
That's all I got.
Yep, back to you, Cherry.
All right, thank you very much. Yeah, that was a great game. You've definitely enlightened me tonight with this game. I do also have some final donations to read out while Tim is still in the hosting chair. No pressure, buddy. So we have $10 from Boglore. Tim Toons, please. $40 from Rusix. Gotta give Tim the power. For charity, of course. And we have $30 from Richard. Greetings from across the pond. Good luck with the event, my friends. Let's tie this bid war. Much love to all of you.
Cheers, Richard.
All right, and now we are going to go to a brief intermission and move on to the first ever race in UKSG history with Ginge Swag Tia, CD Romitron running Spyro Dawn of the Dragon. See you then.